Where does the freaking geek get his toys? From BigBadToyStore.com. Want the latest, greatest toys? Well, Big Bad Toy Store has got them. So click the link in the description below and go get your geek on.
Mascot, don't do it.
Do what?
Don't say the obvious thing.
Oh, come on. Come on, seriously, what do you think of me? Do you really think I would say that? Oh, come on now. Come on now. Hammer time.
Ah! Hey, what's up, YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Voyager class Ultra Magnus. So here we are, and there he is, a new review for a new year. Happy New Year, everybody! So, first and foremost, as always, I'll take a quick look at the packaging. So here it is. There's Magnus. His name is Ultra Magnus. He is a robot in disguise. Here you have a picture of Ultra Magnus looking all Magnus-y. On the back, you have your obligatory product shot. On this side, you have that same picture of Magnus. You got his tech specs. And you have his bio right there if you want to read it. And that's basically it for that. So moving right along. Here is Ultra Magnus in his truck mode, and it's interesting, and it's blue. It's very, very blue. He is definitely lacking in paint apps. That's the one thing that sucks about this figure. There's a lot of nice molded in details, just none of it's painted in. You know, it just... that's all I can say. He needs more paint apps. Hopefully Repro Labels will put out a set for this guy. Please put out a set for this guy because he desperately needs it. I mean, he does have a little bit of paint. He's got some silver going on up front here. He's got some silver here. He's got the red stripe Autobot symbol. You know, the red roof up here. And that's basically it. He does have visible head syndrome. It's right there. And the hands and legs, it's just all pretty much right there for you to see. And he does roll, as things with wheels should. Yay! And, yeah, that's basically it for the truck mode. For comparison, here he is with Nemesis Prime, which is the RID Voyager Prime mold. So you can see how he stacks up with Voyager Prime. So he looks there with Prime. And, yeah. And for his weapon, he does come with the Mech Tech weapon. And in this configuration, it is a big, beefy BFG. A big freaking gun. And then, when you slide this down, that flips up. And it becomes Magnus's big mofo hammer. And it does have a green LED in there, which... even though it's right behind it, it still doesn't light it up that well. I don't know. The LEDs just don't work with these things. I don't know. But the one cool thing about this weapon is the fact that if you take this piece, flip it up, and plug it in right here, if I can, there we go, it actually locks out. Oh my god! Did it really take that long to make this decision? Hey, why don't we make the weapons lock out? Oh, whoa! Totally new concept! Yeah, it locks out. I'm as amazed as you are. So, you do have that wonderful feature right there, where the weapon actually does lock out in hammer mode, which I'm sure people would have raged immensely, myself included. I would have raged immensely too if this did not lock out in hammer mode. I would have been really disappointed about that. But, yeah, there you have it. And for storage, basically, you have these two ports back here, and you're going to use these two posts, and you just plug it in the back, right there, like that. And that's how it stores. It's not the most secure connection It basically falls right out, but, you know, it doesn't really bother me because I don't display my figures upside down. So, not really a problem for me. Just saying. So, there you have that. He also comes with a missile, which is very reminiscent of a G1 Ultra Magnus missile. That's very cool. And, you know, you can plug it into any of the ports here, here, up here. I just take it and just plug it onto that post right there for storage. That's the way I do it. So, there you have that. So, there you go. There's Magnus's ult mode in a nutshell. So let's get down to the transformation. So you're just going to start off by untabbing these side panels right here, like that. So you're going to take this front bumper section here and split that. You're going to take this gray piece here, bring that up. You're going to take this whole top section here and raise it up like that. And that'll free up the shoulders. So you can bring them out like that. Now you're going to take this backpack here and you're going to bring it back like that. So it will sit at an angle. That's the way it's supposed to sit. Now you'll see these tabs right here are going to tab into these slots right here behind his shoulders. And these are what are going to keep his shoulders in place. So you just push those tabs in there, and there you go. You take these shoulder pieces, rotate them forward, flip out the hand, take this panel, bring it up. Second verse, same as the first. Flip down the hand, flip up that panel. You're going to take his legs, straighten them out, split the legs, bring out his toes. You're going to come here, untab this section here, bring it up. Oh, before you do that, you want to take these pieces here and flip those in like that. So once you have this up, you're going to take this and wrap it around his leg, and you're going to tab this into that slot right there. Take that, tab it in, that will lock it in place. Again, the second verse, same as the first. Untab that section, bring it up, wrap it around, and tab it in like that. And that's it. Pretty simple transformation. And there you have Magnus in robot mode, if you can see his head. There he is. So there is Ultra Magnus in robot mode. And he looks cool. It's a cool robot mode. I really do like it. The head sculpt looks really good. Nice silver paint there on the face. Nice green eyes. Looks cool. Very nice head sculpt. Again, a lot of nice molded in details going on here that they just did not paint at all. He has a little bit of silver paint here on his shins, you know, a little bit of white and red, and that's basically it. Again, repro labels, please. Please put out a set for this guy. Please, I'm begging you. So, yeah. Still, pretty neat robot mode. Yes, he does have this, you know, big piece of truck on his back, but, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me that much. Still, I think he looks really cool. As far as I'm concerned, I think it looks very cool. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint. You can get him all Magnus-y like and be like, I'm Ultra Magnus and I have a big hammer and I can deal with anything right now. So you can have him doing all that. Shoulders are on a ball joint. He does have a bicep swivel. He has nice clickety elbows. Wrists are on a ball joint. He does have a waist joint. Hips are on a ball joint. You get your thigh swivel. You get your clickety knee joints. And you get, you know, toe movement here, but that's more for transformation than anything else. So, there you have that right there. Now, I will say this. If you get this figure, you will have to tighten his shoulders because his shoulders are loose. He comes out of the box with wicked loose shoulders. You're going to have to tighten them up either with super glue or floor polish. You're going to have to tighten up those shoulders. This is my second Ultra Magnus. I broke my first one because I'm stupid. So this being my second Ultra Magnus, I know for a fact you're going to have to tighten his shoulders because I had to do it with both of them. So apparently that's a widespread problem. Your mileage may vary. You might get one with good shoulders, but both of the ones that I've messed with had the wicked loose shoulders. So that is probably going to have to be a must for anybody who gets this figure. So there you have that. And of course, you know, he can hold his weapons. You know, he can hold the rifle if you want. And of course, you can plug it into any of the ports here on his forearm, on his shoulder. If you don't like it at all, you can just take it, plug it onto his back for storage. So you have that option. And of course, you can take it, get it in hammer mode here, and have Magnus wielding his mighty hammer. Now you can have him holding it by this post or this post. I personally like him having it. I like him holding it with this post. I think it looks a little bit better that way. So there he has his mighty hammer. He can actually hold it up. I did tighten his shoulder, so he should hold it up just fine. There we go. So yeah, he can hold his hammer up. Before I tightened his shoulders, you put the weapon in his hand and boom, his arm just dropped. So now he can actually support the weight of his weapon. So, very cool. And of course he does have the missile. He comes packaged with the missile in his hand, and you know, you can have him holding it as a handheld weapon. You know, why not? Dare I say why not? Or you can plug it into his forearm here, but really he's supposed to have his missiles on his shoulders. And if you happen to get a second Ultra Magnus like I did, you have an extra one. So you can totally G1 him up and have him with his 2 shoulder missiles, as he should. And that's awesome. That's just awesome. So there you have that. Now for comparison, here he is with the Voyager RID Prime mold. So you can see how they stack up there. And here he is with the first edition Prime mold. So you can see how they look together. Basically, he looks good, you know, standing next to either version of the Optimus mold. But yeah, all in all though, I do like this figure. He is severely lacking in paint. Again, repro labels, please. And the fact that you have to tighten his shoulders right out of the box, that does suck, but it's still a cool figure. He looks awesome on the shelf. I don't regret getting him. I really do like the figure. I've heard people, you know, make the complaint of, oh, he feels cheap, he feels, you know. I mean, yes, there's not a lot of plastic in him. There isn't. I mean, basically, if you look at his back here, I mean, he has like, you know, half a torso back here. I mean, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, why fill in something that's just going to be covered up anyway? So I can understand that decision. You know, the plastic is kind of thin. You know, he's light on plastic, but you know that's just the way it is these days. So I've learned to deal with it, and I've gotten used to it. I've heard people refer to him as brittle. I don't agree with that in the least bit, because to me, brittle implies fragile, and I've been messing with this guy a lot, and I have never at any point felt like, oh my god, I need to be careful with him, or he might snap in half. No, I mean, he has stood up to all the playware, you know, that I've thrown at him. You know, I broke the first one just due to my own stupidity. It was my own stupid mistake why my first one broke. So don't sit there and be like, oh, see, you proved my point. You're the crap. No, it's... don't use that to validate your point of the whole line's crap, you know, because no. It was my own fault that I broke my first Ultra Magnus. It wasn't the fault of the figure. Like I said, you know, he doesn't feel brittle. You know, he has stood up to, you know, normal play that I've thrown at him. You know, I've transformed him many times back and forth, you know, posed them and done, you know, whatnot, you know. And he's stood up to it just fine. So I think he is a cool figure, a decent figure, and I do think he's worth picking out because he's freaking Ultra Magnus, man. You have to get him. He's just cool. He's definitely recommended. Even despite the little flaws that he has, I would definitely still say pick him up. I think he's still worth your time. So I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Voyager Class Ultra Magnus, and this is MGO saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.
Magnus, I'm so glad I found you. There's been a break-in. They've gotten into our stash.
They got the Energon?
No, worse.
You don't mean...
Yes. The pizza bagels.
They'll deal with it.
That's right. You kicked their butts. You kicked their butts good.
Later that day, Ultra Magnus interviews his first suspect. Alright, Soundwave, let's talk. Now, I know you took those pizza bagels. You know you took those pizza bagels. So I think it's time for you to come clean. Look, I'm not buying the silent treatment here, okay? So just spill it! Look, I know this must be hard for you. Keeping a secret like this must be just eating you up inside. It must be driving you crazy. Trust me, you'll feel better if you just tell me the truth.
Okay, I confess, I did it.
It's okay, it's alright, just tell me what happened.
It was all Lord Megatron's plan. He told me to take them. He said he hated pizza bagels and he didn't want Prime or any of his friends to have any either. I was just following orders. That's all I was doing.
Okay, dude, no offense, but is that really what you sound like?